Tonight at 5, a man with local ties is facing federal charges, accused of making threats of violence against a big football game in Foxborough at Gillette Stadium and also against Bryant University in Rhode Island. Good evening, I'm Patrice Wood.
I'm Gene Valisanti. He allegedly threatened a mass casualty event at the Gillette Stadium weekend of the Army-Navy game, as the I-Team's Brian Crandall tells us tonight. Brian?
And Gina, Patrice, the 36-year-old suspect who used to live in Burrillville has a long history of mental illness. The feds have been investigating since December, got an arrest warrant in June, and he was arrested last week in Arizona, now set to be sent back to Rhode Island to face the charges.
The annual Army-Navy college football game held with all its pageantry at Gillette Stadium for the first time last December. The feds, in newly unsealed court documents, say the FBI got a tip the day before the game about a possible threat of a mass casualty event at the stadium in Foxborough. The people who reported the threat say it came from Andrew Buchanan, who'd been making threats against them for years and has a history of mental illness. This is a photo of Buchanan from a previous arrest in Rhode Island 7 years ago, a charge of driving under the influence of drugs that was later dropped. Back to December, the feds claim Buchanan's family members in Burrillville told local police that Buchanan was talking about being on the news and a mass casualty event at Gillette Stadium. The next week, authorities claim Buchanan called Bryant University, threatening to shoot up the campus unless he was given $1 million. That same day, he allegedly also called Burrillville police, threatening an employee there. Court documents stated it appears Buchanan made the calls from California. Family members told authorities they were concerned for Buchanan's health, that he'd been diagnosed with schizophrenia a dozen years ago, and they hadn't seen him since 2021 when police removed him from their Burrillville home. He's been homeless since, living out west. Buchanan was in the Rhode Island National Guard from 2008 to 2013. When he was discharged, the Guard tells me, separated from the service under what the military calls honorable conditions, but that Buchanan was cited for acts or patterns of misconduct. He served a non-combat tour in Kuwait during his time in the Guard. The feds say he also left threatening voicemails with the Rhode Island National Guard last December.
Buchanan's mother tells me he really is mentally ill, that she's sad this story is going public, but she hopes it raises awareness for others coping with loved ones who have mental health issues. She says the family has also dealt with threats from him and are frightened for themselves and the community when he's returned to Rhode Island. Buchanan's mom says he should be in jail, but hopes he's not just treated criminally, but also for his mental health.